Well guys, we made it all the way out here to Stockholm, Sweden. We are at the Scania headquarters. What do you think?
Pretty cool.
Very cool. I like the spec of this truck right here in front of us. This thing is freaking slick. So we're about 15 minutes early to our meeting this morning, but there's some guys here taking some pictures of their truck parked out front. Super cold. I still haven't found my luggage yet. Did I mention that I lost my luggage? But 560S. Oh, this truck looks so freaking cool. I like that it's like a longer truck. All right, guys, we made it over here to the demo center this morning with Matt. We've got all kinds of driving to do here on the test track. Is that what we're doing? So what kind of trucks will we be driving?
I actually have no idea, but I hope there are a few good surprises for you.
Okay, so will I get to have a closer look at the autonomous truck there, maybe?
You see one right behind you right there.
I just need to go at least check it out. So some very cool things here. We're going to have some coffee, but what was the term you used when we were talking?
Fika.
Fika.
Yeah, that's pretty Swedish.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to have some fika.
Yep.
And then go drive some trucks on the test track. We just toured the factory, and I'll get into that here in a little bit. There were some proprietary things, so we couldn't really do too much filming in there, but I hear there's some clips on YouTube, you said, so maybe I can find some clips on YouTube to throw up on this video also. So let's go have some fika.
Yeah, and I really look forward to this, Bruce, because the guy from Florida, look at the conditions.
Yeah, it is very snowy. I've never driven in the snow before, so
this could be something.
This is going to be something for sure.
Yeah.
So here is our autonomous mining vehicle is basically what this truck would be used for. We're here on the test track. We're gonna walk inside, have some fika here momentarily, but fully autonomous truck here. Maybe it's an electric truck, I would assume. Very cool. There it is, guys, the Frost edition. We've seen the brothers to this truck. So is this like the number 13? It says right there. So this is a completed Frost edition. Very cool. This is the trucks you guys seen in the video we posted last night. This is just basically a brand new completed version of the truck here. Something to point out on this truck is that it's got a front and rear airbag, so kind of like an old 4-bag setup similar to like the Kenworth trucks. It's pretty crazy. But there's a smaller airbag in the front and a bigger airbag in the rear back here. Very cool. All right, we're making our way out here to the test track. We've got to go through a safety check. You gonna pass?
Yes.
A little bit of snow out here. No big deal. Is that a electric cement truck? Interesting. No. All right, now that we passed the breathalyzer test, we get to come out here and drive any truck we want, which is really awesome. And it's like snowing, which is even cooler. So you got all kinds of trucks running. 770S. What's the weight on this truck right now? 40 tons. Wow. Okay. So I'm gonna get a quick walk around video really quick. So this is a 6x2 configuration. All the tires are on the ground, as you can see. Rear axle's lift, but it's not lifted. Looks like this is one of the steering trailers. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, maybe it's not a steering trailer. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about, but he said this thing weighs 40 tons, so obviously they've got it full of something pretty heavy. All right, guys, I'm stepping up into a brand new 770S. Scania. I've never driven a European, but a few times in America with my own truck, so the features that this truck has are just mind-blowing.
Okay. And
Now I do know a little bit.
yeah. And now you are standing on the parking brake.
Yep.
Right? And you can see the red symbol there. And auto hold is also activated.
Okay.
It means that when you turn it to drive,
It'll automatically turn off.
yes. And this will be
Turn green. And now we're good
And
to
now,
go.
yes, you can release the foot from the brake, and you will stay as long as you wish.
Until I hit the
Yes.
throttle. Okay, here we go. First time. 80,000 pounds. It's pretty effortless.
I did reset the driving score, so we can judge how you're driving.
Oh, okay. Like, it'll score me? How good?
Yes.
Oh, goodness. Are we clear?
Yes.
We're all clear. All right, here we go.
And if you press this, you can see the load of the truck
Oh, the truck and the trailer. Wow.
and the trailer. Yes.
So now the speed right here is
70.
okay. That's pretty quick. This is incredible. It doesn't even feel like we have anything behind us.
And when you come up to this sign with the inclination, you can stop there, and then you can stop here. And you just brake it to stop, completely stop.
Okay.
Now, here.
Oh, right here. Okay.
Yes. Brake it to completely stop here, and you hurry.
Well, it stops with ease,
Now you can release the foot.
and I
You
can
will
just
stay.
float.
Yes, and then you press the accelerator.
All right. Full throttle. So, 8% inclination
There's a slipper.
at 80,000 pounds. Let's feel the torque.
And the power is 770 horsepower, and the torque is 3,700 Newton meters.
I'm not gonna want to go home.
And there is a retarder with torque of 4,100 Newton meters.
Wow.
And here you can see in the display there the zone with the 20 kilometers.
This doesn't even. My reaction is so genuine. I'm like ruined. Okay, so where's the retarder? Activate right here.
Yes, there.
Hold down, right?
But you can do it in another other way also. If you
Okay.
release it,
Yep.
and you just touch the brake pedal light. You release the foot from the brake pedal and touch the brake pedal. Yes. Now.
Okay,
you
so
have-
automatically.
Now I automatically have set the speed, downhill speed.
Okay.
And you can adjust it here. If
By
you
up
would
and down.
like to. You can see it in the top there,
Yep.
28, and then you can move.
So now, for the American viewers, the retarder works off the gearbox through hydraulics. We have Jacobs exhaust brakes.
Not in this.
Yes, correct. But in America, that's what we have.
Yes.
So,
But we have other trucks with that.
so
At
just
Scania we call it CRB,
okay.
compression release
Release
brake.
brake, yes.
So this function is rather convenient. You just press the brake pedal, and then you keep the speed through the hill.
Now this is 70 kilometers here.
Yes, it will be 50. So,
I was gonna say it's quite a turn. Wow. And this is just truck number 1. I don't know if I'm gonna go home now. Wow.
so you go to the left,
Yes.
the blue track. And in this hill you can test the retarder lever. And you take it one step at a time. And you have the symbol down there.
Yes. So I don't even feel like I'm driving a semi-truck. Is what is mind-blowing. I'm subconsciously forgetting that there's a load behind this truck. Which is insane. Like the steering wheel, everything about the inside. We haven't even talked about the truck. We jumped in and started driving it, but it just doesn't even feel like a semi-truck at all. It just feels like we hopped in a car, we're going for a drive down the road.
If you have this activated and you release the accelerator, then it will brake immediately.
Of course, automatic, yeah. Yeah, you just feel the acceleration of power. It's very nice. All right, guys, so after a quick pit stop right here on the side of the test track, they let me stop here so we can grab a couple photos. This truck is just mind-blowing, the horsepower that it has, the torque, all of it fully automated, fully automatic. I know a lot of people are going to hate on the automatic aspect. I'm super tired, by the way, from all the jet lag, not getting much sleep, but mind-blowing, this truck. I'm going to finish making one more lap and then let Vil hop in the truck. He's going to drive it. And we're going to go hop into some other trucks they've got here, electric models also. All right, we got the professional truck driver and driving now, so we're in good hands.
The non-professional.
Something to note, there's 12 volt and 24 volt hookups in here. You said this was the extended bed, so
It's a wider bed.
it's like a twin size mattress, maybe a little bit bigger, full size in the US. Very comfortable, very spacious on the passenger side of the truck. Flat floor in the S cab.
And you have
Storage.
and
Fridge.
fridge here.
Very nice. And no coffee maker.
Yes, you can put it there.
Yes.
You also have this
Yeah.
table.
For doing paperwork and things like that. Check that out. Very cool. All aluminum too, like very little plastic stuff. All right, so that was the 770.
It was
You liked
great,
it, yeah.
Very smooth.
So now we're gonna drive the 590, or that's a 560. So this is the new. That's not the. Is it the 590 or the 560? Okay, 560. So this is the new engine, the new super engine, inline 6 truck with the newer gearbox. Looks like similar payload, 40 ton. You can see in there where it's got the 6-cylinder engine with retarder. So let's load up. All right, so
Okay.
we're now in a 560S,
Yes.
new gearbox.
Yes.
The latest and greatest. Inline 6.
The gearbox is the G33.
CM. Okay. All right, off we go. Parking brake turned off
Yes.
automatically. Green light.
Yes. Just to press the accelerator.
Here we go. 6-cylinder. Very similar interior, pretty much the same. This one does have engine braking, what was the term you used?
CRB.
Yes, engine compression.
Release
Nice.
brake.
Okay. So we'll test that on our descent up here shortly. Engine's much quieter in here, but you hear the turbo more.
And you can stop with this one too.
Yep.
If you want.
You hear the compression brake.
And brake it to stop.
Yeah. All right, we'll turn our brake off.
Yes.
And is it on the highest power setting? Power mode?
Yes.
Good to go? Alright. This is full throttle.
Slip.
Pretty torquey. We've got a full-on snowstorm coming right here at us too. Check that out. Very torque, lots of torque. And again, guys, shout out to Scania HQ here in Sweden for inviting myself out here to do some test driving on their private demo track and the factory tour. It's been very nice of them to have me here, no doubt. So the engine brake, compression brake, you kind of hear it.
Yes. And you hear it in the last steps here.
So it uses the retarder first,
Yes.
and then the engine compression brake. Very strong. I don't hate this one. Like, I was thinking maybe I wouldn't like it as much because it's not a V8, but... Or the wipers must be automatic then.
Yes.
What? This is like driving a car. It's crazy. It does have a lot of power. It's not, what is that? Well, I wasn't expecting this at all. Not for the 6-cylinder. The braking is very nice and smooth.
The gear changing.
Yeah, I will say that. It definitely...
But it's also 40 tons.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah.
Oh, so this will tell you the weight of what you have. Very nice. All right, Via was driving the 560 Super out here on the test track once again. Look at all these machines out here just sitting there idle. Garbage truck. Oh, that's for the off-road testing. Okay. Very cool.
We have a gravel road, but that is not open today.
I'm gonna have to book more time, come out here at a later date. Have to maybe get a whole day.
And in the summer.
Yes. Okay, up next we have a fully electric truck. This is a 4x2 configuration. 45S model. This is a brand new truck. That one obviously is not it. It's not the truck running right there. So we're gonna hop in this truck next, and like I said, it's 100% battery electric. There is no engine, just a big control system there. I'm sure it has a no drive shaft, just a battery powered axle, I would assume, or a electrified axle. So there it is, completely electric, no sound, very, very quiet. You know what the approximate horsepower of this truck is?
This is 450 kilowatt.
Okay.
It's over 600.
Okay.
You 450 times 1.36 36.
Okay, so we're up there. All right,
Yes.
so we're in the fully electric truck.
And
I've never driven. Look, nothing happens when you turn the key.
now it's ready because you have this needle in velvet top.
Okay,
So
and it still has air on board.
yes,
All right. Everything is turned on.
yes,
So now this still has a gearbox that you mentioned
Yes.
as a 6-speed gearbox. So the electric motor is underneath us. Gearbox, drive shaft, rear axle. Okay, we're in drive.
and press accelerator.
It's so weird. Oh, this is so strange. What is going on? This is so...
2 tons.
It's so strange. No sound. I'm really curious to see what it's going to do right up here on the incline, the 8% grade. This is like, the problem is like, all the driving you could ever do doesn't prepare you for something like this because there's no, your senses, you don't have it, you have the feel and the sound of an engine is not there. All right, so we're gonna do the fully stopped.
Brake it to stop and you hear the click.
All right, we're fully stopped. Now this one has regenerative braking.
Yes.
And it has air brakes.
Yes.
So whenever we do this, that activates the regenerative braking. Okay. All right, so full throttle to 88 miles an hour, Marty. You understand that reference, do you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say
Back to the Future.
yeah. It's so quiet. It just goes. It's just smooth, continuous power.
And there is no engine vibration in the cab. And
Nothing.
very low noise.
The viewers could probably hear my heavy breathing over here because I'm congested. Now that there's no engine. Feel the pickup. You just imagine the power and speed with no trailer behind it.
And the brake works in the same way. You can use the lever, you can touch the brake pedal. And now you see the
It's
needle.
charging,
Now
yes.
it's charging.
Yeah, I can see it right there on the dash. That's incredible.
What is the range?
You have it in the bottom there. It's 96% status of the charging, and it's 180 kilometers now. But it's calculated from how you've been driving.
Oh,
So
I see.
I've had-
Yeah, not very fuel efficient driving going
No,
on here.
because I have the heating on also. You're standing still and I put the heating. Otherwise you have cold cab.
So no Webasto in this one.
No.
So strange. It's like there's no words for. I mean, I'm at a loss for words. Period for these trucks all together and generally, but just the electric truck is just so refined.
Yeah. Worked well.
I've been around a few other electric semis and visually seen them, but never driven one or sat inside one. But just this one is definitely ahead of its time for sure.
And
So-
you will also have this recuperation if you use the brake pedal.
Okay.
And,
Just
and
like
then
the
you can
diesel
see
trucks.
on this red needle, if you use the brake pedal and you brake more than the electric brake can offer you,
Okay.
then the red needle go below this charge.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
the
It should
difference
drop
bet-
just a little
yes,
bit, yeah.
Yes, but the difference between electric braking and braking with the hydraulic retarder is the electric braking, you have brake torque down to stop,
Yes.
but the hydraulic retarder lose the torque when the speed goes down.
Correct. Yeah. Steering is so smooth and nimble. I mean, the other truck was too, of course, but I don't even feel the gearbox making those shifts. extremely smooth. All right, so we're running a little short on time, so we're gonna hop into the, which one are we driving next?
The 560.
560, 60 ton.
60.
So 120,000 pounds. We're gonna come back to the electric one at a couple minutes if we have the time, but for now, we're gonna hop in this 560. That is at 60 tons. Look at this trailer behind. This thing is crazy long. Look at that. 560 Super inline 6 with 60 ton. Here we go. Much heavier load. Now, what do they call this combination of trailer?
Truck and trailer.
Truck and trailer, yes. We have this other one with a dolly.
Yep.
Dolly, yes.
25. And now they have increased the length in Sweden to 34.5 on certain roads.
So this truck has a box on the back of the truck, and then a dolly, and then a trailer behind it with another box. So we don't have any setups like this in America.
But I don't think it's a dolly on this one. It's just an ordinary trailer.
Oh, maybe. All right, so we're gonna pull up here to the hill again to a complete stop, and see how it handles this hill with the added 40 tons on the back. Okay, here we go. Full power. Definitely tell it's back there now. Looks like it's using every single gear available in the gearbox. Still very impressive. This is a lot of weight. These trucks still handle like a regular automobile. They don't handle like a semi-truck that weighs 120,000 pounds.
Yep.
Brakes are always very nice, and they're always right there every time. Really impressed with the 6-cylinder. It's not what I thought it was going to be. All right, let's try these. Retarder with the engine braking. Slowing it down pretty well. Pretty solid. Very nice. What are you thinking?
Ah, so cool.
So we're driving the R660 XT. So what's different about this truck?
Yes, it's a construction truck because of this XT.
Okay. So it's got the gear reduction axles on the back.
Yes.
Looks like it. Okay.
The tandem.
Yep, I see the gear reduction back there. We've seen that on the motorhome that came by, but I think these are a little bit bigger and heavier duty. Spring ride on the rear. I think spring ride up front. Got the dump body back here. Big, kind of crazy looking stuff. Okay, let's load up. We're running out of time.
While you're
Where your clutch
engaged,
pedal is, yes.
then you can use it, but normally you don't use it.
So this is the third clutch pedal, our third pedal, as folks call it. The clutch is merely just a switch.
Yes.
So this is a construction style truck. What's the weight rating on this one?
I
A
think-
lot.
Yes.
Okay. So parking brake's a little bit different.
Yes, you have to put it in drive first.
Okay.
And you take it out like this.
Yeah. So it's released. Does it need to go forward?
Yes, yes. Take it
Oh,
out
okay.
and up.
Yes.
So,
Brakes released. Don't have to use the clutch, so we can just go ahead and proceed forward. So this is the V8 660 XT. What is the weight of? Are we at right now?
really don't remember. I can ask.
We got a little bit of sunlight out right now.
Säkerhetsansvarig.
All right, I'll take the shortcut back so you can drive this one for sure.
Okay.
Vad är det för vikt på den där XT?
Even for this truck being spring ride, it still rides pretty smooth.
Det är dryga 50 ton. Jag tror att det är runt 52 ton nu där.
Tack. It's 52 tons.
Okay.
Because this is a spring suspension and you don't see it on the dashboard.
Of course. Yeah. All right, we'll do the complete stop here again with the 660 V8. All right, here we go. Full power. So the V8 makes the power like above 1500 RPMs, whereas like the 6-cylinders, we would see it down there closer to like 1100, where it would be starting to shift out. Still so fascinated by this. All right, guys. So successful track day. We're not done with the day though. We're gonna head in and grab some lunch with everybody. Then we're gonna make our way over to the museum. All good?
All good.
Okay, guys, we made a stop here in the chassis shop. Tobias is leading us around here from Scania.
Yes.
Got the whole crew with us here. We were approved to do some filming here. We're gonna see maybe a frame go from frame rails to a rolling truck.
Yes, exactly.
Sweet.
Exactly. Here we have frame line.
So something I want to point out, like compared to like American trucks, these frames have a bend in them where they get wider for the V8 engine. Is that correct?
V8 and also for the engine compartment in general. So we have to have that extra twist on it.
Okay. So they're all pre-drilled, painted, and ready to assemble
But
here.
pre-drill also, it's a lot of punching of holes,
Oh,
not just
okay.
drilling. And all these frames that you can see, they are individual for each truck.
Ah,
So you don't have any unnecessary holes. So you just have
Makes
the holes
sense.
that you need to have.
okay.
And that's mostly connected to like rust protection and so that's good. But you also have double and single frames depending on what use you have.
For heavy
So in
haulage.
this case you have double frames in the end of the truck.
Yep.
So this is also one of the special cases that we have, that we can have a painted frame.
Yeah, I was inquiring
In
about
any
that.
color you want.
I need. Imagine my colors are blue. That I really like. Man, it's such beautiful paint too. It's very high quality.
So we paint this by ourselves in this factory. So when it's done on frame line, it's sent out to the paint workshop. And then
Wow.
it comes back to put into sequence again.
Ah, so everything's painted together with
So
the cross
so
members.
you can see the gearbox brackets.
Okay, yes.
So it's still, we don't get any color on it since it's very sensitive with the torque.
Ah,
So this is, so the bracket that is having the gearbox will have it in, it looks this way.
guys, just looking without touching everything, the quality of paint is just very smooth and just very nice. All the cross members are bolted in there. The frame is completely painted before any hoses or anything goes into these. Very nice. All right, guys, so something I haven't been telling you. We ordered a Scania. Here it is. It's already blue. Oh my gosh. This is killing me. Seeing a blue frame here. Look at the length of it too. This is like... Did you plan this?
No, not really.
I'm telling you, all my trucks are blue.
The blue in this case.
My 4 Series, I'm going to be painting blue.
I'm gonna change the color, but it was blue.
It's
in the-
white right now. It was
Red,
blue, yeah, and then now it's white, yeah. So look at the front air suspension. Wow, these are the factory gray leaf spring. Yes, yes, very cool. Wow.
We also have this torque machine set in the U-bolts for the axles.
Okay.
These Atlas Copco ones here.
Wow, the whole thing's just hanging above the ground. So Tobias mentioned that the hubs, they will offer a painting of your hubs from the factory, and also that's a full black frame truck too, not the gray color. So.
Second on the air tanks as well are also painted, and
wow, see the crane just kicked on, it's moving over.
also transfer AGV to get it onto the final part of the line.
So this is a new part of the factory, as you mentioned, that's like very innovating.
It's working.
All these AGVS sensors, of course, so it doesn't rely on people.
Look at that.
And they have this massive crane here.
Just gotta pick it
They
up.
lift up to the other AGV here, the yellow ones. That's
Ah,
on the
okay.
line, the line AGVs. Take it out to the line from the cab reassembly here. You can go closer if you want.
Yes, we have a cab gliding through the air right now.
The forklift coming to us.
Yep, yep. So this is all pre-assembled cabs from another factory coming here,
They further down in Sweden in Oskarshamn. So that's where we have the cabs from.
and they're gonna get set right on this frame here. There we go.
We have a V8.
V8 6x4. This is what I was really wanting to see, a 6x4 while I was here. So this has got the planetary hubs, gear reduction, yeah. Rolling down the line with a most likely a 660, I would assume, right?
So it's either like 590, 660 or 770.
770, yes.
We also have a red frame there as well. With also the painted
6x4 also, yeah. Red everything.
Red everything. Really likes the red one.
So they're about to start this truck up for the first time, or other than the engine testing we saw earlier today, but
So you went out with the engine?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is not the first time the engine is starting?
yeah,
This
so
is
every
the-
engine's been run on a dyno
They said they run before.
testing before, so this is the first time it's started in a truck.
Exactly.
So they're going to start it up right here in just a moment. They're going to hook the exhaust tube up to it to keep the exhaust fumes out of the factory here.
Exactly. To keep the climate healthy in here.
Yes. So just like that, hooks that up, vacuum running. And they're going to drive it over there to the dyno. And then out the door it goes.
So there's a lot of more stations in there with rust protection for first delivery. So you're spraying the cab with the whole chassis with like rust protection.
Okay.
And then it goes around and everything's get adjusted with like gaps between different parts of the cab, so everything looks good. The
final
lighting
body.
is good. And then it's out on the test track.
So there the truck goes over to the chassis testing.
Like the final testing.
Yes.
We're checking the brakes and everything and doing all the gap checks. Wanted to show up our new BEV free trucks.
Yeah, the new battery electric.
So this is the next generation battery electric with the 40R.
So the one we drove today was what was the one we drove today? 44R? Was that?
Yeah, 45.
Okay. So this is what I wanted to see was the gearbox right there that then hooks to the dry shaft. And there's a dry shaft there.
That's for the steering.
So these are also a snow tire, correct?
This should be mud and snow.
Yeah.
M plus S it should be.
So they were mentioning the electric steering here on the back for the rear lift axle. Everything is just so big and heavy duty. It's just massive. So like I was just saying, the transmission and the motor for the battery electric truck here, these are the batteries on the side, is all one assembly that Scania produces themselves for the dry shaft that then goes to the back drive axle here. So the batteries are mounted on these rubber mounts. This kind of isolates the batteries through traveling. I'm learning as I go. I love the aluminum wheels. They just look so good. So nice.
Så Mattias, han får göra dem.
So this is a 6x4 configuration, which has me. But we're just mentioning how tightly knit all the hoses were, and there's nothing painted over. So that's a big thing for me, because all of our other trucks in the US, everything is completely painted over, even like the decals, but nothing here on these trucks. They paint the frames separately before they install everything, and even like the mounting solutions for everything is very nice. Look how big these rear ends are in these trucks. So like the weight rating has just got to be astronomical compared to the. That's of course a V8 engine in this one also. All right, guys, so we're out of the factory chassis shop here. We've made it into the Scania museum.
Yeah, this is how it is.
So very cool. All right, following you.
We actually went for the US market in the 1980s
Okay.
with units like this. This is a 2 Series.
112
All in all, about 700 units were delivered.
to the.
200 buses, I think.
Wow.
12-volt system and special brakes and, you know,
Modified for the US, yes.
flat mirrors and
Tandem drives.
yeah, this is a T, LT. That's a 10.
So what year would have this truck have been?
What year?
Yes.
We started out in '85, so I think we pulled out maybe in early '90s.
So this is a 1980, roughly somewhere in there. Okay. So it looks like a inline 6 engine.
Yep,
Interesting.
that's 112.
12 volt.
So this is the address to Big Mike.
Okay. So this truck was in the US and brought back here?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is his own truck, I think.
Oh, okay.
And I think he retired just a few years back, since it's quite heavy.
Yeah.
It's like 1,300 kilos, and you get 140 horsepower out of it.
Yeah. Lots of torque though.
Lots of torque.
Yeah.
And it would put in locomotives
Okay.
or a boat, usually to propel an electric engine.
Generator. Yeah. Right. Yes.
So it's like a hybrid system.
Diesel electric or gas electric. Yeah. Very familiar with this one.
Yeah, should be.
Yeah, getting there. Or I guess this would be the 143 engine. Yes. Yep. So right here is the 500, 560, and 620. 16 liter and another 16 liter. 730. This is what we're carrying home to Florida. Crazy how much things change from this newer engine to the old one. So the carriage was originally what started Scania then.
Yeah. So it was the first factory that was built 1891 and started to produce for like 20 years. But already in 1897, we started to make automobiles that look like this.
The horseless carriage.
Yeah, so this is the first. This is actually a replica. The original is the Technical Museum in Stockholm. But they developed sort of a pre-combustion V2 engine.
Wow.
Ran on kerosene.
That's
because
insane.
that was cheap then and it was safe. It was not as flammable as petrol because that was a problem.
This is in immaculate condition. It's insane. All right, folks, it's still super cold here, but Max Hunt made it over here for us to check out his giant 8x8 crane truck. So let's check it out. So here's the man, the myth, Max Hunt.
The Maximizer.
Yeah, with his giant crane truck. Look at this thing. It's so tall and just out there. Very loud and proud. He's got a container on the back where he's been staying inside of it. He can travel around. All of the lights. Check all this out. So this is where you sleep? This is where you sleep, huh?
Yeah, 2 beds.
Yeah.
And the Morocco pillows from Morocco.
Oh, okay.
Real camel leather.
Wow. That is insane.
Then in front here we have everything. We have the fridge, we have the coffee maker, we have the drill machine, we have a welder, the compressor, everything within there.
Everything needed.
Yeah. 6,000 watts converter, everything run by solar panels.
Up top. And you can just take the container off and put it on the ground and then put something else on it?
That's what the whole concept is about. That
The
we can
crane.
change the different containers.
Yeah.
So we have a living container, we have the workshop container, the sauna container,
Sauna.
the party container, the bar container.
Yeah, all of them, all the containers.
All about containers.
Very cool. All right, well, we've seen the container. Let's check the truck out. So this is a R series.
Yes. R Series 500.
Flat roof.
Flat roof.
Yes, so that is the roof. So this is the first Scania I've climbed into that had no beds up top. He's got seats back here for the kids. Now, what engine is this one?
A 500, 6-cylinder 500.
Okay.
Used by all, mostly Dutch and Danish military. And I kept, I got it made like my father had. My father drove the Middle East. This was typical in the 70s.
Okay. Yeah.
The bosses had it like this, so we kept it that way.
Very nice.
And I've made it so if we take the seats out, we can put the pillows in and we can still sleep here.
Okay. Extra bed. Still with sunroof.
Still the sunroof, but it has a walk roof on top of it.
Okay.
Then we have the gunner seats,
Yeah. For the kids.
belts and everything. And leather roof. Everything special made. But otherwise, this is all original.
Yeah, yeah. Very nice. All right, guys, so our trip is coming to an end here at the Scania headquarters here in Södertälje, if I said that right, Sweden. Shout out to everyone at the Scania facility for having us. Shout out to Max. Thanks for bringing your rig all the way here just for me to get a couple clips in, but what a unit. Can you run the crane in right quick so I can see how you bring it all in? So we're gonna let Max pull the crane in right quick and fold it all up. It's crazy we don't have these things in America. I think there's some versions of it, but something like this. He said it extends out 30 meters and still picks up 1,200 pounds completely extended out. So look at this freaking unit right here. He's about to put on here and get wrap it all up and pull your outriggers in, and he'll be ready to hit the road. So there he goes. He's going to put this crane back in its home. Yeah, yeah. So all these pieces suck back in their home and kind of just fold up. I'll put you just literally search Max Hunt on YouTube and his channel will pull right up with, he partners up with Scania Denmark, I believe. So all his videos are there. So there goes the crane, getting folded back up into its home, guys. Well, before we end our trip off here, we rode the train from Södertälje to Stockholm to Arlanda. There it goes. First time on a train. Now we're in some tunnel. Crazy.